That game was a heck of a college football game. It did not surprise me. Just our understanding of Wofford through the years, not just last couple years, but years and years and years. We knew we were going to be playing a program of guys who really believed and were going to be coached hard and well. There's certainly things that we've got to do better, and we'll get that corrected. I was very concerned going into this game with the physical condition, not so much the conditioning, but just the overall physical condition of our football team. I talked to our captains on Monday or Wednesday, and we usually just kind of do a check on where, guys are at physically, how beat up they are, and they started talking. I said, just stop. Screw it. The heck with your feelings. We got to nut this thing up. We got to figure out how to win. We got to get to 1-0. And there's certainly things I know when we watch the tape, we're going to go, wow, we got to do this better. We got to do that better. I thought a couple things really came about, a theme that I had told myself that steady hand wins, that there's going to be ups and downs, a steady hand wins, and to stay positive. And, there's some overarching thoughts there. I think that those things kind of demonstrate where we're at as a football program. Now, we got a whole lot of season left, and we've got to get a whole lot better. But this was a tough stretch, and it was great to come up with a win like this. I think our guys are going to learn a lot from it, both the good and the bad. I'm not really, the only injury I know about right now was to Patrick Arnold, and I think it's a sprained ankle. The x-ray came back was negative. So at this time, I'll open up any questions anybody might have. Yes, right in the back.
2 weeks to get ready to get injury-wise, healthy. What do you think you're at the point in 2 weeks and you'll get the job done?
There'll be a couple guys that won't be back, but I think you'll see a whole cavalry is coming. We've been looking at Nico for quite some time. I think Austin Fort, Tyler Hall. There's a lot of guys that I do think. Hang on 2 seconds. There's a lot of guys that I think will be back, and some more tight ends will be back. So this was it was going to be a tough test, and it was, and I'm glad we came up ahead. I think Robert was next. Go ahead.
The last drive that the offense orchestrated, even the last one before halftime, those are awfully important, and especially for a young player. How important was that, and kind of get back to your point of staying positive?
Yeah, the steady hand. The one drive we went down there and we got the interception. They had a nice pass rush, so we had moved down there then, and as you know, right before half. And then just maintaining our composure. I thought Brent Vegan had done a nice job. We spent a lot of time on 2-minute. Sometimes you never use that. A lot of times we dial up every one of those scenarios. We've had that scenario. We've practiced many times, and it was great. I mean, we used up about all the gas. That thing was rolling down Laramie Ridge without any. It was on E. I can tell you that. Yes.
Just following up on that, the composure that Vanderwall had, particularly after the play that wasn't called into the end zone. He didn't seem to let that get to him.
Yeah, clarify when you said the play that wasn't called in the end zone, because I can't comment on that. But
right. Well,
give me.
A play in the end zone that wasn't completed.
Okay.
It could be a little bit of a.
All right. Thank you. There's a veteran guy. I thought, it was really good by our offensive guys that, I suppose they got back in the huddle. Okay, next play's ours, so. It was a great win, and we're going to learn a lot. And Tyler's going to learn a lot from that. When you're the quarterback and you go down and you take a team down, there's a real confidence builder in that. Yes.
Coach, X was probably not even on the depth chart heading into fall. What was it like getting that out of him today, throwing him in the starting spot?
X has been doing some good things. We were unbelievably thin. I mean, we were having guys that Nico, we were told could be an emergency use. When I start to look, is this not an emergency here? But he hadn't taken any reps in practice. And, Dawson Booker was a defensive back, and we had Dante Crow over there. I mean, we had to game plan a lot of different stuff. And so I thought X did a good job running. I thought he really did a good job pass protecting as well. I think, yes.
Could you talk a little bit about Austin Conway today and some of the big catches he made especially?
Right. I thought he had a great mental toughness. You know, he's gone up and made plays, and then he made contested plays. We've been looking for that. He did that, which was great, and he's a competitive guy. He never wants to come off the field. You know, Larry Scheid had talked to me about him as far as, you know, his character. I don't know what his assessment was on three-point shooting, but Larry was right on as far as what kind of competitor he is. Yes.
Back to X for just a moment. The clutch fourth down catch.
Mm-hmm.
For a young guy to make that play.
Right.
How big of a step is that for a young guy?
Well, I think that's a big, big step, whether you're a young guy or even an old guy. I mean, that was, you know, a lot of people were on pins and needles, and Tyler put the ball there, and X came up with a great catch and turned the field over. Yes, Robert.
Kurt, you know, same with the defense, you mentioned that positive spin, but, you know, there was a penalty on Dewey, that personal foul that extended the drive.
Right.
But then they come back, they get a stop when they need you to give the opposite chance. Was it a lot of the same things on that side?
Yes, you know, Andrew Winger came up to me and was profoundly sorry. He's a competitor, but he understood the magnitude of that error. And I thought when he was younger, you know, a play like that, we even talked about that, a play like that would fester not only with him but everybody else. And I think you guys have saw how those results were. And that changed, and I think a lot of that is leadership within our football team. And our guys stayed the course and got him off the field. And, you know, it was dicey as far as how we used those timeouts. I think we just hit it about right. Yes.
You had the drive before half, but then first play, second half, I think it was Patrick goes down. Just how much did that change things with having to throw Logan in there? Like
Not a lot. You know, Logan has, of course, he started all last year, and Logan is a competitive guy. We always appreciate those guys from Torrington, and, you know, he did a really good job when he was in. And so we're in hopes we'll get Patrick back. If we don't, Logan will be ready to go. I think there's one over here, yes.
Yeah, Coach, how happy are you for Tyler just as a kid to get that confidence?
Right.
That was first touchdown pass, then a game-winning touchdown
Right.
pass.
I'm really happy, you know, a stage like this at home. And, you know, for a freshman quarterback, I know he's redshirted, but for a freshman quarterback, sometimes it's like there are 13 guys out there. And he you know, there were some errors that he made, but I thought he played awfully well for a redshirt freshman, and it's going to give him some confidence. And also our football team's going to have, you know, you always kind of wonder, okay, where's number 17? And 17, where's 17? Now, they haven't said anything, but we got number 18. Okay? Yes.
Last thing on injuries, I know Cash left the game.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, it's an elbow. We're going to find out. He wasn't able to return. We're in hopes that we can get something done, you know, with 2 weeks here. Yes, Terry.
In some ways,
Tracy.
could that last 2-minute drive be a lot bigger for the maturing of your quarterback? That had been a blowout. He had big yards.
There is no doubt. I mean, those scenarios there, that's the toughest. That's the toughest thing a quarterback can do. Manage the clock, manage formations, make plays, change protections. I mean, you got the whole kitchen sink thrown at you. And so we can replicate those things in practice, but it's probably 1/10 of what it was out there. And so I think it's great. And like I said, Coach Vegan really did a great job managing the clock and getting plays in and stuff like that. Now, we're going to learn. We covered up one of our receivers, which was you know, that hurt. Although I think it stopped the clock, and then we got first down still. It was incomplete pass, so I don't know how. But we're going to learn from that. But getting back to our quarterback, I think that's a great learning experience.